What's up, Chris? I'm trying to load this filing cabinet into my truck, but it's giving me some trouble. You think you could come over and give me a hand?
I think we have just the thing. Be right there.
Oh, you don't say. Nice. Lifting large objects into a pickup truck alone can be difficult and unsafe. Our objective was to design a lifting machine that can lift a 200-pound object a maximum vertical displacement of 40 inches while maintaining a minimum mechanical advantage of 10. Our linkage is based on the Hoken straight line linkage, with the addition of 2 links for the lifting platform and support. The Hoken component was synthesized using the ratios presented in Table 3.1 of Robert Norton's Design of Machinery book. Our selected ratio maintains a small spatial envelope with a straight line deviation of 1.4%, while achieving the specified vertical displacement of 40 inches. The support component was synthesized graphically after selecting appropriate dimensions for the lifting platform. The tilt angle of the lifting platform was analyzed using the vector loop technique. The result was a 28.7 degree maximum counterclockwise tilt during the ascending motion and a 5.5 maximum clockwise tilt during the descending motion, ensuring the object would not fall while rising and facilitating the unloading of the object once it descends onto the truck tailgate.
For our force analysis, we decided to determine the torque on the crankshaft and the axial force on all the links, based on a 200-pound load on the platform in both rising and ascending positions. During the analysis, we made free body diagrams of all the links, which were used to derive force and moment balance equations. This provided 15 equations and 15 unknown forces to solve for. The torque on link 2 was determined to be 1557 Newton meters and occurred while the lifter is descending. This torque is reduced by gearing and crank leverage to a 58.7 Newton input.
For our stress analysis, the input torque T12 and joint forces were largest when the lifter was halfway through the descending motion. Since the driven axle experiences both the transverse force of 3406.5 newtons and input torque of 1557 newton meters, it is more susceptible to failure than the non-driven axle, thus making a combined loading scenario of pure shear and torsion on the driven axle. Since the primary focus is the maximum shear stress, a safety factor was defined comparing the shear yield strength to the largest shear stress observed using properties of 4130 steel. The maximum shear stress was determined to be 3.9 gigapascals, which yielded a safety factor of 0.064, much lower than our specification of at least 2. Further analysis of the mechanism showed that a radius of 20 millimeters rather than the original 6.35 millimeters for the joint would be required to attain the safety factor of 2 as desired.